Yo, what's up guys? Default here, back for a brand new video. So as you guys know, on Friday the new Pokemon games are coming out, and since the new games are coming out, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a huge fan of Pokemon, one of my favorite game series of all time. So I wanted to do something for a video for Pokemon, and honestly, I couldn't really think of anything else besides making a tier list video. So I'm gonna be doing tier lists of all the Pokemon games, and then I think I might do the starters as well. So we're gonna do that in this video, and yeah, so let's begin. Let's see, I'm gonna go through the games down here in the order that they're showing up as, because I don't want to go straight to S and like all that stuff, you know. So Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, I would say they were B tier games. They weren't the worst games ever, but personally, I thought, like, it's a lot. How do I say this? I've played Ruby before, and I thought Ruby was a pretty good game. Just this game did a pretty good job on it. Just like the things I didn't like is one. I understand they were going for the 3D graphics, and that's pretty cool, but the heads and stuff, that was kind of stupid. The storyline, it wasn't that bad. I think I really like the Mega Evolutions being incorporated, but at the same time, they kind of were lacking at the same time. I'm trying to think what else was like wrong with that game. It had so many legendary Pokemon. Like, there's usually not a problem with that, that's actually kind of cool, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm like iffy about that. I'm putting them in the middle. So let's see. Black 2, and we'll go to Black in a second. I'm gonna put Black 2 S. It's like Black, but it's a bit better. It has a really good storyline. I love Black and White. They were like my other like first few Pokemon games. And you know, actually Black, or no, what was it? I'll get to it in a bit, but Black and White 2, basically, where's White 2 actually? There it is. What was I saying? Black and White 2, they were basically just like better versions of Black and White, because the main problem with like Black and White was the fact that they were lacking in like other generations of Pokemon. Like, it was mainly just Gen 5 Pokemon, which, don't get me wrong, that's cool, but I think people still like to have their other favorite Pokemon in the game from like previous generations. But Black and White 2, definitely a lot better than the original Black and White, which I'm gonna put them down in like I'm gonna put them in B tier as well. Because, I mean, like I said, they were basically these games, but they got improved on a lot more in Black and White too. Okay, so call me crazy, I'm doing this tier list, but I never actually played Red and Blue. From the looks of it, if they're basically, because from what I heard, they're literally the same thing as like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, except they have like blue and stuff. I'm gonna put them down in C or D. I'm gonna put them in C, just because I would rather like not get too much criticism for the first. Let's talk about something, because like I said, I never played these games, but I'm gonna say why I'm putting them in C tier. They're the originals, and you know, since they're the originals, they definitely had problems. Like, from what I've heard, they've had like glitches and shit. They also were, you know, the first games, and they kicked off the series, and that was definitely not bad or anything, just like, you know, they were the originals, so they basically, you know, there's a bunch of other games that go after them, and I would say basically, like, for example, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they're basically all Pokemon Red and Blue, but remakes. Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna move them down the D tier. I hate to do it. They created the franchise, but at the same time, Crystal. I'm gonna put Crystal in. I never played Crystal or Silver and what's it called, Silver and Gold, but I'm gonna put them all in A tier, because from what I heard, they're literally just like my favorite. Oh, that's a spoiler, but they're pretty much the same thing as Heart Gold and Soul Silver, except, you know, they're older. Diamond and Pearl, I'm gonna put them in you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna put them in C tier. Me personally playing these games, they were really slow. I think everyone can agree the movement was way too slow. Like some of the paths, the speed for surf and stuff. Just overall, it was a really slow game. No hate towards it. Just if it was faster, and also lacked fire types. That was a problem. Emerald. I heard Emerald's a pretty good game. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I never personally played it. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm gonna put them here because I heard they're better versions of these games, and if they're better, then I'm gonna place them higher. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, S tier. First Pokemon game I ever played was Heart Gold, and Heart Gold was the best game I literally still to this day ever played. Say what you want about the villain team, I don't care. Just the overall plot, I can tell you everything great about Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You have the mass variety of Pokemon to pick from. You have the 16 gyms. The music is so freaking good. I love the OST for that game. You have the Battle of Red. You got the Battle Frontier. Literally everything you could ask for in the Pokemon game. Pokemon follow you. Just I can't find a single problem with this game besides like the enemy team. That was like the only problem. I love Silver too. He's a really good rival. Let's go Eevee. I'm gonna feel bad if I put him in D tier, but at the same time I don't. I'm just putting him in D tier. They're literally these games, but they're 3D. They actually have a different mechanic to them where you can't battle Pokemon, you catch them. I mean, you do battle Pokemon, but like you don't battle wild ones. Sun and Moon, I'll put them B tier. I thought they were good games, but a lot of people think the cutscenes are a bit ridiculous, but I personally don't agree with that. They just, I don't know, they were good games. I liked the Pokemon, I liked the storyline, I liked the whole plot twist near the end. Platinum, that's going in S tier. Yeah, that's pretty much it for those games. Platinum, I'm pretty sure this is my third Pokemon game if I'm correct. Improved a lot on Pearl and Diamond and Pearl. And just, I personally like, I don't know, the whole thing of Platinum, the whole enemy team, Team Galactic, was really interesting. And I said I'm a Pokemon fan, and I don't remember everything detail for detail, because, I love Pokemon, but like at the same time, I haven't played some of these games in the longest time, and I don't get to replay the games because I personally like keeping my save files. But I think Platinum is an amazing game. It's just one of the classics. Gen 4 games are just overall amazing, except for Diamond and Pearl aren't the worst, just super slow. Ruby and Sapphire, I'll put them right here. I really liked Ruby and Sapphire. Overall, it was a pretty good game. I don't know how else to say it other than, like, they're basically as close as I was to playing one of these classic games, and, they were pretty good. Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, call me crazy, I'm putting them in S tier. They were great games in my opinion. I love the end. They improved on Sun and Moon a lot. Just, with the whole thing with Necrozma. It had one of the hardest Pokemon fights I've ever had. Like, that was honestly insane for Ultra Necrozma. I think I had to literally, like, call me cheeky, but I think I used Destiny Bond to win that. That was such a hard battle. Like, I've never had such a difficult battle in Pokemon games. And then the whole thing at the end of Team Rainbow Rocket, that was pretty cool. And then X and Y, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm putting you in D tier. And Yellow, I'll put it right here with these games, because I'm pretty sure they're the same, except that's more like Ash than playing as, like, Red. The reason I'm putting these two so low is because they were such easy games, first off. And second, just, like, I didn't feel as connected to the plot as I did with, like, other games like Platinum and, like, Sun and Moon. And I don't even want to talk about the side characters. They were so freaking boring. Serena and, like, the fat dancing dude. I don't remember their names. They're so forgettable that I can't even remember their names. But yeah, this is basically my tier lists. Don't count me 100% for some of these, because like I said, I haven't played any of these three. I haven't played Fire Red, Leaf Green. I haven't played any of the classic ones. But I've played pretty much every other game here, so yeah, hopefully you guys agree with that. Alright, here we go, guys. This is going to be the starters portion of the video. I tried doing the final form starters, but I actually couldn't, let's see, I'm going to try and adjust this. I couldn't actually get it with the one with the final starter form, so we're just kind of stuck with these, so I'm just going to go in order with these, so, actually, it was already in order, but I kind of had, like, tried to record it earlier with, I just had to cut it out. Anyway, we're just gonna restart. I'm gonna do the new starters first because, you know, they actually haven't came out yet, so I can't say for sure. But, first I'm gonna put Grookey and, not Sobble. I'm gonna put these two in C tier. Actually, I'm gonna actually judge these based on their whole line because I'd rather do that since I can't do just one Pokemon. Or because I can't do all of them, I'm just gonna judge them all because, I don't know, because I can. It's my tier list. So Grookey, I'm gonna keep him in C tier, but I'm gonna put, what's his face, right here, Score Bunny's line. I actually really like his line, and I like Grookey's too, but at the same time, I kind of prefer him. But my favorite one definitely has to be Sobble's line of the three, because Inteleon looks dope. I'm not gonna post a picture because some of you don't want spoiled, but I've already seen what Inteleon looks like, and it looks freaking dope. But we'll go back to the start. Tepig, E tier. I'll go into detail for each of these starters because I'd rather do that than, you know, just do it and go by. Tepig's line, Tepig's cute, but his evolutions are kind of ugly. They're both really ugly. That's the thing holding him down, I would say. Personally, firefighting's overdone. I don't really like the typing. I mean, it's cool for a certain Pokemon, which I'll be getting to later on, but personally, not a big fan of the line. I think we can all agree Grookey, or not Grookey, Froakie goes up here. He's an S tier Pokemon. Let me check his messaging quick, sorry. Oh yeah, he's a definite S tier Pokemon because, like, literally, the man has the best evolution line, I would say, out of, like, all of these starters. Maybe not. I'll be getting to some soon. He's just overall an amazing starter. Greninja's one of the dopest final evolutions. Water Dark's not a bad typing at all. He's just overall one of the best Pokemon, I would say, out of all of these. Say what you want, but, yeah. Mudkip, some of you are gonna hate me for this. A tier. I could put Mudkip up in S tier, but at the same time, I don't know. I love Mudkip. I love, Marsh Stomp, but I never was really a huge fan of, Swampert. I think he's kind of cool, it's just I don't really like him as much as, like, for example, Inteleon's final evolution, or Inteleon and, like, Greninja. Totodile, I'll put him in B tier. He's not the worst. For Alligator's pretty cool, just, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of him. Snivy, decent Gen 5 Pokemon, probably one of the best of the few. You guys are going to notice something, but I actually really like water types, but I also, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a big fan of all the starters. Oshawott, I'm putting him in B tier too. He was my starter for Gen 5. Samurot's kind of cool, but I kind of wish, like, he was kind of like Dewott, and, like, because I personally like Dewott the most of the evolution line. Oshawott's cute too, but, you know. Rowlet, S tier. I love Rowlet's line. Perfect Pokemon. He was my starter for Gen 7. Really cute Pokemon. I actually have a plush with him. He's right behind me somewhere. Right up there. Yeah, there he is. Right there. Really cool Pokemon, one of my favorites. This might be crazy, but probably my favorite Gen 3 starter. I didn't actually pick him when I played the games. I actually picked Mudkip for both, but I actually kind of like I actually like Trico's line a bit more than both of them, just because, you know, Grovile's really cool. He's probably one of my favorite second evolution Pokemon, and then, you know, I don't think we even need to talk about Sceptile. He's just super dope. Popplio, this is gonna be a might get hate for that. D tier. He's just not personally my favorite evolution line. Water Fairy's a really cool typing, don't get me wrong. But I just never was really a big fan of Poplio's line. Litten, I'm just gonna put him in C tier, because, I mean, Incineroar's not that bad, but I also not the biggest fan of Incineroar. Like I said, I personally prefer Rowlet. But I don't think he's bad, I like him in Smash, too. Charmander, I'm not gonna lie, Charmander used to be up here for me, but now he's kind of, like, in A tier. Charmander's kind of overrated. Hate me all you want for saying that. I used to really love Charmander, too, but I have a new favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, and, you know... What can I say? Charmander's still a classic, doesn't change it. Torchic, you guys are gonna hate me for this one too. C tier. I've never have really been a big fan of Torchic's line. Maybe it's because I never played the Gen... no, I'm lying. I did play the Gen 3 games. It's just I preferred the other two starters. Just never really was a big fan of... I don't think Blaziken's bad. I think Blaziken's actually a really cool Pokemon, but, like, Combusken's kind of ugly, and I don't really like Torchic that much. I mean, Torchic's not ugly or anything. It's just, I don't know. Never was really my favorite Pokemon. Chikorita. This is my first starter ever. And I'm going to have to do Chikorita dirty and put him in D tier. Because, honestly, don't get me wrong, I love Chikorita. Like, literally my favorite, or not favorite, literally my first starter Pokemon ever of all of them. And, you know, the reason I'm putting him in D tier is I'm personally not a big fan of how the line turned out. Like, Meganium's not, in my opinion, the coolest Pokemon. Bayleef's not ugly. I like Bayleef's design, but yeah, I don't know. Bulbasaur. I hate to do Bulbasaur dirty, but I'm gonna put him in D tier. Sorry. I don't know. Bulbasaur's not a bad Pokemon. It's just I never was really a big fan of Venusaur. Ivysaur's pretty cool. Bulbasaur's like really cute. Just Venusaur. I don't know. I don't have any problem with Venusaur. Just I personally have always been more of a, you know, other Pokemon fan. Turtwig's line, C tier. Not a bad Pokemon, just personally prefer the Pokemon that's coming up really soon. Chespin, D tier. I don't like... How do I say it? Chespin's not that ugly of a Pokemon, but Quilladin's atrocious, and what's his name? Shoot, Chestnut, really stupid looking in my opinion. If you want to hate on me for that, then go for it. But on the other hand, Fennekin, I would say Fennekin's C tier. I'm not I don't have a problem with any of Fennekin's line. Braixen's probably the second coolest second evolution to that one. I actually really like it, and no wonder they put Braixen in the one Pokemon fighting game. That's pretty cool. Now this dude right here, Chimchar, S tier. I love Chimchar. Favorite starter of, like, I would say Chimchar's one of my favorite starters of all time. I love Chimchar, I love Monferno, and Infernape's one of the coolest starters, like Final Evolutions, especially from the anime. Infernape going sicko mode. Oh man. This is my favorite Gen 1 starter. Squirtle honestly became my favorite Gen 1 starter not that long ago because, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, Charmander's cool, but at the same time, just Squirtle is just so much better, in my opinion. I love Squirtle's design, I love Wartortle's design, and Blastoise is pretty cool. Now, this is probably my favorite Gen 2 starter of them all, Cyndaquil. I'm debating on putting Cyndaquil in A tier or S tier, but I think I'm going to put him in A tier, because personally I never used Cyndaquil in my games. He was my Tim's starter Pokemon, and every time I battled him, it would be my Noctowl, because I had a level 100 Noctowl, and he had a level 100 Typhlosion. That was the most iconic Pokemon for me back then, besides my Noctowl, so I'm putting him right there. I love his line. Quilava is one of my favorite second evolution, what is it? Yeah, second stage starters of all of them. And then Piplup, I'm just gonna put Piplup down here in D or C. I'll just put him in C or D. I don't know, I never was really a big fan of his line either, just kind of was boring. I mean, actually, no. Let me rephrase that. His typing's really cool, the Water Steel, if I'm correct. It's not the worst typing in the world, I would say. It's actually pretty cool. But, I don't know. Empoleon was never really my favorite. I personally prefer the other two. But, this is gonna be on my tier list. This is my one for starters, and then you guys already saw the games one. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button. I hope you guys are so excited for Sword and Shield, because I can tell you right now, I'm so excited. I'm literally, let me admit something right here. I may or may not have spoiled myself to see every single new Pokemon, and I have to say, I'm so excited for all of them. They're so cool. And I'm not really upset about the Dex cut too much. I mean, spoiler alert for some of you, my favorite Pokemon got cut. That would be Gliscor and also Lycanroc. They're not in the games, but what can I say? I want to use new Pokemon. I'm really excited for it, and if you guys are excited too, hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video as well. Subscribe if you're interested, because I'm going to be making a bunch of new videos. I'm going to do a spoiler for you guys right here, but I actually have a really big video coming, being in the makings. It's going to be my end of the year video, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a lot different from my previous ones, because I'm not going to say anymore. I'm just not going to spoil it. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment if you have any recommendations or anything, any different opinions, which I didn't say in the beginning of this video, but if you have a different opinion from mine, that is okay. Just, this is my personal opinions, but yeah, with that being said, until next time, see you guys later, and keep it virtual. Peace.